Hello and welcome to GlitterShineNails. I get a lot of direct messages about how people's manis aren't lasting, what are they doing wrong, etc. And most of the time it's because the prep work hasn't been done. So I thought it might be a good idea to have a full prep routine here on my channel. And I actually have 3 different methods of prep. I do want to say that these are my way of working. You might not agree, and hey, that's absolutely fine. I will leave a list of products that I've used in the description box below. Before we get started, please subscribe to my channel and please make sure you have the bell notification on, and please also like this video. These things really do help out my channel. Thank you. So these are my nails and they are in need of some mega work. So I'll only be working on the index, middle and ring finger. I've left them to grow out for quite a few weeks, but they really need some TLC, and you can actually see my acrygel or polygel growth line. That's about 4 weeks worth of growth for me, and I only did that just so I could do this video. So to start off with, I like to make sure that the nail is super clean, and I use my isopropyl alcohol and my wax strips. I personally prefer wax strips to lint-free wipes. So I'll get it nice and wet and clean each nail. I will use my nails to clean down the side walls as well as around the arch of the nail, giving it a really good clean. And before I started this video, I did get a cotton bud, or a Q-tip as you may know it, and cleaned underneath the nail as well. Isopropyl alcohol will dehydrate your nail as well as getting rid of all the oils and dirt from the nail. I also have a selection of tools, 3 different cuticle tools and nippers as well. These can pretty much be purchased at any nail store. You could also use orange wood sticks. I just personally find that they don't do a good job and they can actually miss quite a bit. I also have a selection of files, as I can never make up my mind which one I want to use, as well as my dusting brush, but you could also use a nail scrubbing brush to do the job as well. For the first method, I personally like my skin to be wet, so I'll use the isopropyl alcohol just to dampen the skin down, and then I'll very gently use the cuticle tool to push back the echinacea. Many people think that this is the cuticle. It is not. The echinacea is the protective skin from the nail and the epidermis, which keeps bacteria away. So we need to be treating this really carefully. It is living tissue. I'll then take my curved cuticle tool and I'll gently scrape over that natural nail, and all that white flaky bits is dead skin tissue. That is the cuticle, and it comes out from underneath the echinacea when the nail grows. I like to make sure that I get rid of all of the cuticle before any application, as this can and will affect anything added over the top, and it will cause lifting and chipping, etc. I personally do this method every week as my maintenance, and you will see that I'll switch between tools if I have any difficult bits, as I do have quite a build up. I'll then come in with my hand file, and this is a 240 grit file, which is perfect for the natural nail. Something like this, an 80-150, is for only to be used on enhancements, using nothing lower than a 180 grit. The lower the number, the harsher the file. This grey file is a 100-180, and I'm using the 180 grit side as I have enhancements on. And I'm just going to gently go over the whole nail. I'll concentrate on where the cuticle has been, as this will get rid of any last little bits of cuticle that is there. I'm still being very gentle, and I'll then come down the rest of the nail. This is removing the shine from the natural nail, which will help any product adhere better. Now, I am being a bit more harder on this area, as this is the acrygel, but you just keep with gentle filing all the way down the nail. Once I'm happy with how the nail looks, I'll then clean the nail and give it a good look over. I'm very happy with how this looks. You can really tell the difference between a prepped nail and the unprepped nail. So onto the middle finger and method 2. For the removal of the cuticle, I'm going to be using Essie's Apricot Cuticle Peel. This is really nice to work with. I've also worked with the Sally Hansen one, I believe it's called. So I'll start with the same prep as I did with the first nail, so pushing back the acrygel and with the cuticle tool. Once I've pushed that back, I'll then apply a nice bead of the cuticle peel, which is clear to the nail. I'll then recap the bottle. I'll get one of my cuticle tools and I'll start to gently scrape over the nail, and you'll see that this will turn sort of like a milky white, and that's the cuticle getting into the cuticle peel, which is yuck. I only apply it to one nail at a time, as you don't want to leave this on for any longer than 30 to 45 seconds max. Once I've given the nail a really good scrape over, and you can really see that there's a lot of gunk coming up, I'll then stop and I'll remove the rest of the peel, which I will use my isopropyl alcohol, and I'll just give the nail an extremely good scrub. As this air dries, you'll then notice if you see any cuticle that you might have missed. I used to use this method all the time when I did normal nail polish on my natural nails. And yes, prep work is even important when using just regular nail polish on natural nails. And then I'll just finish off the nail again with the hand file, working on the natural nail where the cuticle was, to then come down the whole nail to remove the shine, and then I'll clean again with the isopropyl alcohol. Now on to the third method, and some people might not feel confident in using this way. However, I use this way all the time. This is my normal way of prep work. So again, I'll start with the isopropyl alcohol, clean, ready for pushing back the acrygel. This will also encourage the nail growth as well. Now I'm going to be using my Efile for removing the cuticle off this nail, and I'll switch between two different drill bits. The one I have in the drill, and then in my storage box I have my other drill bits, but it's this pointy one that I also like to use as well. So my Efile is on the lowest setting possible. No super high speeds for this, it's super low. And I'll just gently run this all over the nail to remove the cuticle. And as you can see, there is a lot of it, and this is why I like to use this method. It is brilliant, and I notice a difference using this way. I'll then brush away any and see if I need to do any more. I do control my Efile with a foot pedal. I just find it much easier. I'll then switch the drills, as I like to come down the side walls as well. And I'm not applying any pressure to the natural nail. I'm literally letting the drill bit just gently tickle over the nail. Then once I'm happy, I'll come in with the hand file and just repeat the hand filing over that whole nail again. Now obviously I will be doing other work on my nails before I infill, but this is just mainly the prep work. Everything else I will finish off camera. So now that's all finished, this next step is a personal choice, and that's nippers. Some nail techs will, some won't. I do though, and I'm going to show you the way that I was taught. So I always say, if it's white, it can go. If it's pink, it stays, and they are my rules. So I'll gently put the nippers up to the skin, and I'll snip and then release the nippers. I'll move along, snip, release. None of this pulling around, tugging that I see in videos. There is absolutely no need for it. Nice and gentle all the way. Now I will remove all of this, because if I didn't, I would 100% pick at it. Yes, I am a picker. I'm not removing masses amount, just to tidy up that nail and to also get rid of any hangnails, as I pick them too. Now, as I said, this is a personal choice, but I just sort of feel that it finishes the nail off and now I've got no excess skin hanging around that will get in any way of any product that I'll be applying. Now I will say it is very hard to do that at this angle, but just snip, release, no pulling and tugging, and only white. Prep is the most important step. Do it well and consistent, and have a prep routine like you would a filing routine. My nails last anywhere between 2 to 3 weeks, but I do like to do maintenance on them every week just to tidy them up. I could make normal nail polish last a good 5 to 7 days using method 1 and 2. And I use method 3 for gel polish and any enhancements. And these are now finished with prep. I do need to blend the growth line, but I'll do that at the end off camera. But this is just the main prep work that I would do. I thought I would share with you what I would apply when I'm ready for application of whatever I'm applying. My dehydrator and primers. So I use the GlitterShineNails dehydrator, and I use 2 coats, allowing each layer to dry, and I then add one extremely thin, very blotted out coat of the Nailmate Acid Pro Bond primer. I use this as I do get lifting, as I take so many medications in a day. However, using this, it stopped all of it. I'll then add 1 layer of the GlitterShineNails non-acid primer. I add this as base coat doesn't like to apply over acid primer. I found that one out the hard way. But I've been using this method now for a good couple of years. But again, some techs will not agree with this method. However, this is my method and I wanted to share it with you anyway. I hope that this video has been helpful and an insight into how I work. Obviously, everyone works differently. Prep work, however, is the most important step for any nail work that is being done. I will have some pictures over on my Instagram page. There is a link in the description box below. If you do come over and see my posts and you like them, please give them a like as well. I'd be really grateful. Thank you for viewing my prep routine. I hope that you've enjoyed it. If you did, then please give me a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Comment below. I love to hear from you. Hit that subscribe button and share. Also, don't forget to come over and follow me on my Instagram page at GlitterShineNails. So until next time, thanks for watching and bye.